Okay, take out a piece of paper or your notebook or anything that has space. When you copy down these examples, let's start with some simple ones first. Find the area of this triangle. Okay, try it out yourself quickly. The faster you do, the more we can go through. The better you will be prepared for your test. Your tests are not just a test of your knowledge. Test how fast you can do it. I don't need you to press calculator to tell me the exact number, but tell me what are the things that I should write. Half AB sine C. So I'll write area equals to half AB sine C, is it? Should I write this? Should I write this? Nicola, what do you think? Should I write this? No, right, because it's the wrong A, wrong B, right? So how? What should I write? Don't need all the A, B, C. Just half. Half times 3. You don't need all these formulas. You don't need to write them down because they can be confusing. As long as you remember, to find the area of a triangle, you need the two sides plus, what is this angle called? Included angle. As long as you have the two sides and included angle, just apply the formula. Don't need to write this. Okay? Answer in 3SF. If you write down, I will not penalize you, but it is very confusing because I know that this side is supposed to be A, this is supposed to be C, and this is supposed to be B. Is it really half AB sine C? No, right? It should have been half B C sine A. You see the problem with writing down the letters? Yeah, so it is better for you to know that we are interested in only the sides and the included angle. Okay? So, next question. Again, find the area of this triangle. Area of this triangle. How? Why you move your seat? Make sure you can see from there. The rest, focus. What is the area given by? Area. Numbers. I want numbers. Okay, everybody understand why? We need the included angle. This is the included angle because I have one side here, one side here. Okay, straightforward. Next, what is the area of this parallelogram? Area. Zoe, what do you think? 2 times. Okay, all agree? So he is dividing. He skipped quite a bit of steps. He's dividing into these two triangles. And then over here, this is 180 degrees minus 70 degrees. Reason being, these two sides are parallel. So this angle plus this angle, they are equal to 180 degrees. Okay, so he gets this. Then this area of this triangle will be half times 3 times 4 times sine 110. Then you multiply it by 2. Okay, any other way to do it? Okay, so another one, area equals to 2 times half times sine 70 degrees. Do you all know why? Because this is 3, right? So this must also be 3. Okay? Then what do? I draw. I do this. I divide it this way. So what do I have now? I have one triangle here. I have the same triangle here. The side is 4, and the other side is 3. Included angle is 70. So it is 2 times of half times 4 times 3 times sine 70. Okay? You should get the same answer also. What can we tell from this example? You see that these two areas, are they supposed to be the same? Yes, right? My parallelogram, I didn't change the shape. Areas are supposed to be the same. The 2 over here is the same, half is same, 3 is same, 4 is same. Then what must we conclude from this? What must we be able to conclude from this? Sine 180 minus 70 must be the same as this. Correct? Since everything is the same, then whatever I've highlighted must be the same. And that is also shown by what we have memorized in chapter 7.1. Your angles of your sine theta equals to sine 180 degrees minus theta, right? Remember this thing? Yeah, isn't it the same over here? Yeah, so we can use this to show that they are the same also. Okay? Next question. Since we are talking about this, how do we handle questions on sine? For example, I tell you that find theta when sine theta equals to 0.8. Okay, how? So, answer, theta equals to what? Sine inverse 0.8. That's it, is it? Then you can answer 3 dp, then round it off to 1 dp. Right? Is it? Is that it? Or is there some more? So Zafira says minus 180 or 180 minus. Okay, so there are two options. There are two answers. So theta is equal to sine inverse 0.8 or 180 degrees minus whatever answer is over here, meaning sine inverse 0.8. So again, over here you get 3 dp, then you round it off to 1 dp. There are two answers. Just like your quadratic equation, sometimes you have two answers. Over here you also have two answers. Do we know why there are two answers? We have to look at this. When sine theta is equal to 0.8, this value over here, is it positive or negative? Darren, is 0.8 positive or negative? Positive. So, I know there are two answers. Two answers for theta. Okay? Only for sine. Two answers in your syllabus. Okay? Then, do we do the same thing for cosine? So I change the question. Find theta when cosine theta equals to 0.8. Do I do the same thing? So answer, theta equals to cosine inverse 0.8. You get an answer, 3 dp. Then you round it off to 1 dp, right? Do I need to continue? Or theta equals to 180 degrees minus cosine inverse 0.8. Do I need to do this? Don't need. If you do it, it is wrong. It's not a matter of whether you need to or not. If you do it, it is wrong. Okay? No such thing for cosine. So cosine positive, you only get one answer. Cosine negative, you still get only one answer. Okay? So know the difference, how you handle them. What about tangent? Same, only one answer. Okay? So that was our trigo for obtuse angles for area of a triangle. So now I'm going to go into your sine and cosine rule. Sine and cosine rules. I am not going to tell you which rule to use. Then you look at the information given, you tell me which rule to use, okay? Okay, right now in my question, I did not tell you what to find. But based on information given, you already can tell me which rule to use. Okay, I haven't tell you the question, I haven't tell you what to find. I didn't say find angle, I didn't say find length. But based on this information, you should be able to tell me which rule I should use. So what rule should I use? Sine rule? Okay, then you must explain why lah, because some of your friends may still not know. Because two sides and one non-included angle. Okay, you have a 3 here, you have a 5. This is not included. So I use my sine rule. What is the possible question that they will ask? Yeah, possibly the question could be, find, what could they ask you to find? They will either ask you to find the length or the angle first. So maybe they ask you to find angle BAC. So if this is the question, how are we going to form our equation? So my answer will be sine angle BAC over, where is BAC? BAC over here, over 3, because opposite it equals to sine 20 degrees over 5. Notice that this time I put the angle at the top because I want to find the angle. Whereas when I introduce you your sine rule, I always put the length at the top. Just be consistent. If angle at the top, the other side also angle at the top. If length at the top, the other side also length at the top. Okay? So then you can find out sine angle BAC is equals to 3 sine 20 degrees over 5, and angle BAC will be equals to, let us just calculate this. You want to go straight to this one, is it? No, don't skip. Show me this one first. Okay, 3 sine 20 divided by 5. I get 0.20521. Okay, what should I do next? What should I do next? That means I find angle BAC already, is it? Okay, angle BAC equals to sine inverse 0.20521. Yes? So I will get 11.841 degrees. Round it off to 11.8 degrees. Any questions? Did I make any mistakes? No, you also try, right? So, any questions? Anybody has any doubts? I'm hoping somebody will have a question for me. Can you think of a question? What do you all think? Say again? Yes, Bowie. Yeah, 2 answers. Zafira also said it. Shouldn't there be 2 answers? Because sine, angle, positive, right? So I know that angle BAC could also be 180 degrees minus 11.841 degrees. So that will give me 168.159 degrees. Okay, wait. So now 2 answers already, right? Then Wei Hao was very fast. He realized something. We need to reject something. Why? Which one do we need to reject? This big one, right? What is the reason? From the diagram, we see that it's a cube. But what is a stronger reason? The sum of angles in a triangle must be 180. And I already gave you 20. So that one cannot be 168. So this is rejected. Okay? And the reason is because 168.159 plus 20 is already bigger than 180 degrees. So cannot be. Okay, so this is my answer. Right? Sometimes when I take sine inverse, then 180 degrees minus the answer, it is smaller than, maybe it is like 80 something. So when I add those two angles up, right, it is still smaller than 180 degrees, which means it is possible to draw two triangles from it. Okay, I give you an example. If I have a triangle, I think I have one in the textbook. Yes. Yep. Okay, this question, 20, 13, and 35 degrees. So let me call this B, A, and C. Okay, now find, we know that we're going to be using sine rule, right? Because I have two sides and a non-included angle. So now I want you to find angle ACB. Okay, so try it out yourself, write down the equation. By now, you should all be very familiar with writing down the equation. Winnie Wong, are you writing down? Winnie Wong, are you writing down? Sophia, are you writing down? Do you need me to switch your seat so that you all will stop talking? Our time in class is very precious. You must keep doing, keep working. So that you go home, you can continue by yourself with confidence. Xiaowei, have you written down the equation? What is it? ACB. Let me do it wrong. Never mind. You do it on the spot now. Equals to sine what? So far it is correct. Equals to sine? $20, yes. So sine ACB must be equals to 20 sine 35 degrees over 13. Answer. (0.8824) 2. Okay? Then, what should we do? This is positive, right? Sine angle is positive. So the angle, there are two possibilities. And I can continue to write that angle ACB equals to sine inverse 0.88242 or 180 degrees minus sine inverse 0.88242. So work this out. Francis, do you get this also? Yes, Ali? No, angle always 3dp. Yes. Alright, now again we have two angles, right? So are we going to be very quick to say that, hey, we should reject one of them? Should we just quickly say that, hey, we should reject one? Like, for example, we should reject this 118.1, isn't it? Okay, if we base it on the diagram only, we base it on diagram only, we know that it is supposed to be smaller than 90. Okay? So I can reject 118.1. However, if the question only states, if the question didn't give you the diagram, the question only tells you that, oh, in a triangle, AB is 20, BC is 13, angle BAC is 35. They never draw the triangle for you. Then you have to keep both angles. When you keep both angles, you realize that, hey, 61.9 plus 35 is less than 180. So it is a possible answer for angle ACB. Then you look at 118.1 degrees plus 35 degrees is still smaller than 180 degrees. So this is still a possible answer. I want you to flip to your textbook page 58 now. Textbook page 58 on example 12. Hurry up, hurry up. Look at the question, what did they say? Did they provide a diagram? No, they only provided the diagram in a solution. In the question, did they provide a diagram? No, right? They only tell you that the triangle, the length is 13, length is 20, and angle is 35. Then they ask you to find angle ABC, which, and also angle ACB, which we found out that angle ACB is 61.9 or 118.1. What does this actually mean? Look at page 59 now. At the top, you see two different triangles drawn. You see two different triangles which have the same name, ABC. Do you see that the length of AB is 20 for both triangles? And do you see that the length for BC is both 13 units? Both 13 units for BC. And what else? Angle BAC, also both 35 degrees. But with these three information, they can draw you two different triangles. And these two triangles come about because of sine ACB is positive. That is why you have two different values of angle ACB. One of it is 61.9, which we calculated. The other is 118.1 degrees. Okay? So when you use your sine rule, be very careful. Sometimes there will be two answers. Then you must think, should I reject? Yes or no? If yes, what is the reason? You must convince yourself. Cannot be answers like, oh, I'm going to reject because it is a big angle. No such thing. You must know the reason properly. Okay? In this case, if I give you the diagram, you reject 118. Because in the diagram, angle is smaller than 90 degrees. But if it is in a textbook case, they never give you diagram. Then you must keep both because there are two possible triangles. Understand the logic? Alright, then I think we have a few more cases to cover. Let me give you this. Okay, what rule should we use? Think about it, what rule should we use and why? Natasha, which rule should we use? Sine, why? Two angles and a side. Okay, then I also said before, right? When you see two angles, what do we immediately know? I know that I can find, I can find the third angle. And what is that? Oh, okay, bad choice. This obviously is not 90. So let me change some of the values over here. Let's make this 70. Okay, so what will this angle be? Oh, this way. 70. So it's supposed to be an isosceles triangle, okay? So, what is the possible question that we could ask? No, don't find area. I mean, we could Find length, okay? Length of yx. Okay, form an equation for this. Find the length of yx. Alfian, are you doing? Don't just think. Not good enough. You must write down. Write the equation down. Practice. Yang Kun, do you have the equation ready? Francis, do you have the equation? What is the equation? Okay, good. So from here, we can make yx the subject. So 7 sine 70 degrees over sine 40 degrees. Okay? So you can calculate yourself, 3SF, then round it off to, 5SF first, then 3SF. Okay? Last few examples. I'm going very fast so that you will go home and watch the video. Let me have some different letters. A, B, C, D, E, F. Now this is 110 degrees. And okay, what should we use? Cosine rule and why? Alfian, why do you choose cosine rule? Two sides and one included. Okay, and one included angle. Okay, two sides, one included angle. What could be the question they ask? Yeah, so a possible question would be, yes? If I never state, then we just call it units. Okay, so possible question is find FD. So what is the formula, what is the equation that we will write? Yes, Ali? What is the equation that I'll write? Half? Faster, faster. What A square? Where got A? Hey, don't waste time, hurry up. FD? Square? Yes? Okay, faster, faster. Yeah. Then FD is just square root of this thing. Okay? Answer in 5SF. Then rounding off to 3SF. Okay. So as you can guess, I will have one last. Okay, maybe just two more, okay? Who is more confident about choosing and applying? Who is confident about choosing and applying whether your sine rule or cosine rule already? Quite ready for test. By the way, once you are done with this, right, you are really quite ready for the test already. Okay? I didn't go through the basic one, your Torcaso. That one you can learn yourself. You can revise yourself. Okay? So maybe just two more examples. D, F, G, H, I. Okay, what should I use over here? Sine or cosine? Then whatever you choose, you must think of the reason. So sine. Anybody disagrees? Okay, so what's the reason? Okay, those of you who are lost, I hope that this stresses you that most of your friends know how to choose already. So those who don't know what's going on, I hope you go back and revise. Okay, so what is the equation that I should write? Okay, before that, let us talk about what are we trying to find out now? There are a few things that we could possibly find. Let's say I want to find, okay, I'll give you a harder question. HI. How to find HI? After I find what first? GHI. Find GHI first. Okay, so Alpha's suggestion, we find angle GHI first. Okay, so how do we do this? Sine rule. That is like I said, right? Looking at the diagram, I know which rule to use already. Doesn't matter about the question. So, using a sine rule, I will find GHI, this angle. So we will have angle sine GHI over 24 is equals to sine 20 over 19. So I can find sine GHI equals to 24 over 19 sine 20 degrees. Okay, be very careful. 24 divided by 19 times sine 20. Answer 0.43202. Okay, once I see this, should I just continue as per normal? What do you notice? Something special. So I straight away go to sine inverse, is it? So angle GHI equals to sine inverse 0.43202. Yes? Are you forgetting something again? There are two answers because I have sine positive. Two answers. So or 180 degrees minus sine inverse 0.43202. So on my left, I will get 25.596 degrees. On my right, I will get 154.403 degrees. Okay? Do I reject anything? Which one to reject? 154. Why? Because based on the diagram, it should be an acute angle. But if I did not draw the diagram for you, can I choose both? Yes, I can, because 154 plus 20 is still smaller than 180. Correct? So based on the diagram, I will reject this. Based on the diagram. So now I have angle GHI. This is 25.596 degrees. So now, how do I find the length of HI? Okay, think. It is not so straightforward. Some of you already have the answers. I can tell based on what you have marked to me. So how to find HI for those who haven't gotten an idea yet? These are the information we have. Okay, I'll give you maybe about 20 seconds to think. Then I'll call somebody and see what you think. Okay? I have two angles, I have two sides now. How to find HI? Okay, now let us analyze this. I have two sides and two angles. Yeah, I have two angles, right? So actually I can find HGI. Because I have two angles in a triangle already, I can find a third angle. That will give me, this will be let me just write it here. 180 minus 25.596 minus 20 equals to my angle not drawn to scale. Okay, so this is the angle that I'm expecting, 134.404 degrees. My triangle not drawn to scale. Very bad drawing. Anyway, since now I have this angle, I can use my sine rule again to find the yellow color length. How? HI over sine 134.404 equals to GH, which is 24 over 25.596. Or it is the same as 19 divided by sine 20. Okay? So I'm not going to write that down. You can view the video if you want. And I have one last example to go through. J, K, L. Okay. Over here, what rule should I use? Sine or cosine? Cosine. Okay, I don't like this example. I want to change it to 60. Okay, so you want to use your cosine rule, right? What is the reason? Because 3 sides given. Okay, so what could be the question they want to ask? Which angle? Which angle do you want? KLJ. Okay, find this angle. What is the equation you will write? So for cosine rule, you need to think about which number you want to start with first. So think, how am I going to choose? Am I going to choose to start with 60, 30 or 40? And what is the reason that you choose? For example, Fina says she's very sure she wants to choose 40. Then why did she choose that? Yeah, because this is opposite the angle that I want. So my equation will be 40 square equals to the other 2 sides, we square them. 30 square plus 60 square minus 2 times of 30 times 60 cosine the included angle, okay, which is JLK or KJL. KLJ. So this angle, I have my equation. I can make cosine KLJ my subject. Or some of you will choose to memorize formula. Then you will go straight to cosine KLJ will be equal to, actually I didn't memorize the formula, so what will you have? Yeah, so both ways you will arrive at the same answer, okay? It just depends on how much you want to memorize only.